Yeah. I see you. All right, all right. Trying to go to LA? What's going on? Oh.
Crip walking, throw a meniscus out at my age, bro. What we doing?
Don't do that, brother. Don't do that. What's good, family?
Your outfit.
Baby.
Some things take time. Some things take time.
On me, baby.
The race is not given to the swift.
Look, oh, Sean, I thought you hadn't grew up. He over there talking about, my mic. We heard us talking, see? I thought you grew up over there. Okay, Patty, what you saying?
Giving me animal vibes. I got plenty of stuff to say. I'm just going to space it out. You know what I mean?
Sean, he wants you. What's wrong?
One of these,
keep hearing footsteps.
get it right. We'll get it right. We'll get it right.
In the dark.
How y'all doing? For those who can hear us at the moment, man, what's happening?
What's good? Hey, you guys, I'm gonna tell y'all something. We kind of sad about a couple of things. Here's the deal. So y'all know when we first started Taylor Talk, it was like COVID. We were like down, had all the time in the world to get on every Tuesday. Now that things are opening back up, and some great things are coming our way, it's kind of difficult to come on every Tuesday. And trust me, we all are like, we miss it. We miss chatting with you guys. I was out shopping today, small shopping. It wasn't big shopping, small shopping. I was getting something for somebody's birthday.
How many boxes did you bring in the house when you came to the door? Nice. 3 boxes. So it's 3 came earlier. Nice came in bringing. I thought he brought me a gift or something. It was more packages for you.
No,
I picked up 2 packages for you at the post office today. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I didn't.
I
I didn't order nothing.
You right.
It got my name on it.
Everything at the front door has your name on it. It looked like Christmas, but it ain't Christmas.
I don't know what that is, babe. Maybe somebody sent me a blessing. But I went and I got a gift today for my stepdad. And the lady at the counter was just like, yo, Taylor Talks. Like, love Taylor Talks. And it just made me realize that, oh, my God, this is something that we're not going to be able to do every Tuesday. But what we have committed to doing, no matter where we are, no matter what's going on, is try to go on, what did we say? Every other Tuesday. Yeah. We're going to try our hardest to do that. Because I don't want you guys to be like, man, they're not consistent. But we're back to work, and God is opening so many doors. So we're gonna try our best. The one thing I can say is, I get a lot of testimonies. You get a lot of testimonies when it comes to couples, marriages, just men and women who are not in relationships, who are looking at things different. When it comes down to Sean Nice, like I'm seeing you, like people are like, yo, your DJ. I'm like, he don't belong to me. You know what I mean? Y'all, he my DJ though, but you know what I mean? But I'm starting to see so many doors open just from us being, number one, obedient, coming off of, Patreon, and just being obedient and sacrificing, coming away from the families and coming in here and doing this with you guys every Tuesday. So we hope that you understand, you appreciate it, and that y'all know y'all family to us, and we not going to stop this thing. Who knows? Maybe this might be a show. You know what I mean? Maybe we might be, you know what I mean? What you think? Let me know. I'm down. You down? You're down? D, you down?
Oh, I'm down.
It was how, did you see how you turned the mic on? I wish they could have seen that. You down?
I'm down.
Okay. So, just work with us and know that we really do enjoy this, because there's no pressure. We can be ourselves, and I like them. And, we're going to try our best to do what we can do to be with y'all, because y'all family now. I just want to put that out there.
And, that's true. I appreciate this dress right here.
Hey, you had always get to just stop that.
Right here.
I like what I like. You know what I mean? That's my baby mama. Now, with real talk, we appreciate it. We would do our best, whatever sacrifices such as those that we've made, to continue to keep us together, because I think it reciprocates through these devices as far as us growing. We pray that you all are growing, sharing it with people, and also being a continuous representation of positive information, positive entertainment, positive feedback, because it's needed out here. So we out here.
Yeah.
But a lot of stuff is hitting. It's one of those things like during COVID, we're strategizing, we're planning, we're praying, we're fasting for certain things, and they're all hitting at the same
Which is crazy.
time. I'm trying to think if there's anything on our vision board that's not
That
hitting
did not,
right
no.
now. We sitting here saying like, okay, God, you going to have to pay for what you ordered.
And let me just say this: a couple of things that was on the vision board were not. We didn't put them on the vision board during COVID. We put them on the vision board a while ago. So, like Ken said, patience is what you do while you wait. Like, so we like, okay, God. He said, write the vision and make it plain, but he didn't say, and after you write the vision, I'll give it to you in 2 weeks, in a year or 2 years. You understand? So it's really mind blowing. But what we have done is we've linked up with Hachette, who have been amazing.
Pre-order that book.
Yeah.
I ain't scared to say it.
And Hillary, what up, Hillary? Like, she is now our big sister. And we have put so much into the book that we can't do right here because we don't have but so much time. But that book is, man, that's a meal. That's like a whole, that's, yeah, that's pretty dope. So anywho.
It's about y'all tonight. Like, we've been real selfish, you know what I mean?
It's
We ran a
all
little bit
about
behind, you know what I mean? But it's all about you all. You all have submitted some phenomenal questions. We don't know what they're going to do in the hands of Derek's, but I'm ready for it. So
You do know people be saying his name like that.
I know,
It's
right?
either
I be
Derek's-
butchering your name, Derek's.
Derek's. I be
Derek's.
hearing, and I finally say, you know his name is Derek's, right?
What Kendall said.
Derek's.
Hey guys. First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life.
That's right.
I mean the head.
I'm here for it
And
tonight.
second, we have to give honor to this look tonight.
Come on, somebody.
I mean, these comments are going in. No. Just stop comment. Don't comment no more about the hair or the dress. I get tired of like everybody's like, yes, hair. This hair is fire.
Come on,
Dorica's
somebody.
did
Okay, I'm
this.
sorry. Keep going.
Yes,
I'm
they,
here
they're
for it.
saying
Keep
this
going.
the whole look, like you on fire
Thank
tonight.
y'all. I've been working hard.
They say that bun is fire.
You know what I think about when y'all do looks like these, and I promise you I'm done after this, but I'm a full-grown husband. You ever, I like to watch like documentaries, and they do the ones like when they blow buildings down. You know what I mean? Like casinos when they doing demolition. You know what I mean? When they nice. You know what I'm talking about? Right. It's like, they be talking about a casino went out of business and they set the dynamite and they blow it up. You know what I'm saying? And what's ironic about that in comparison to my wife's looks is casino takes like 5 years to build. It only takes a matter of seconds to come crashing down. So my wife and Dorica's go through a lot to put these looks together. But I be trying to tear it down in 10 seconds.
Kendall, I was trying to figure out.
Did I set that thing up, bro?
I was trying
Did
to
I set it
figure out
up?
where
You
you
was like,
was
oh, he's so
going at.
deep. Y'all put a lot of work into it.
Ken,
But
it might be some cheering on here.
well, they gonna learn how to flirt with the one that they love because I'm
Oh,
a married man.
my
I ain't
God.
said nothing. And if you understand, then you already know too much.
Hey.
Come crashing down, 10 seconds.
You can't crash this bun down, honey. I need to keep this for a couple
But the
days.
thing is, I be having to fight with her with these looks. You know what I'm saying?
Man, don't start.
Then
We
she
didn't
then
fight
she gets in front of
tonight.
the camera and like these were her ideas. But I come with the ideas and then I have to fight with about the ideas, like the color, like the bun, like the. I was like, oh, let's not wear black again. Let's do something fun. It's the
Here we
constant
go.
thing.
Here we go. Dorica's,
And it's killing.
I
it's
was
fire.
here for you. I thought we was going to be on.
But I will say this: she been beating that face. Oh, she been learned how to do her makeup.
Shout
And I
outs
mean,
to Fee. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because Fee set me down and been teaching me some things.
Full
And every
glam.
time I pick up a brush, I say, Lord, I want you to guide my hand.
Full
God,
glam.
God, these colors. Ouch.
Yes.
Y'all are pumping my head up too much. Let's move on. Shout outs to Chef Joya
Sis in the building.
in the kitchen.
And whipping that Pyrex.
Do you smell that?
Chef Joya got her own seasonings now. Like she got her own brand of
That's what she
seasonings.
got in there?
Oh, it's a whole different
Yeah.
situation in
I
there.
hope she bought my bottle because I've been asking her
Yeah,
for
we got a
one.
couple little situations.
For
in there.
real?
Yeah.
Come on, somebody.
Yeah.
Woo! Thank
Yeah.
you, Lord. God, you're so good. You're so awesome.
Yes, he is. All the time. Might not come when you want it to.
Yeah, they wanted to know, have you been here in the Lose to Win challenge?
So tonight was the first. KJ sent me What's his name? Gavin? Keontae Gavin,
Yeah,
though?
Kalante,
He
something like that.
murdered it. I didn't even know it was a challenge. Like, there's a challenge with Lose to Win, and singers are getting up and they like killing it. And they said the song has oil. Like, but if you think about it, that song can go for spirit. You know what I mean? It lyrically is just basically, yeah. So they taking it, and these kids are eating it alive. But you know what was so funny to me, y'all, was almost like, to me, it's like an honor to, like, if it's not Lose to Win, it's When I See You. If it's not when, like, they keeping the music alive, and I'll just look up and they be like, yo, did you see, you know, certain things are happening. Nice sent me something about Masego the other day. We really do love Masego. Sean put us on them and we ain't stopped playing them yet. And he just mentioned, he said something like, shoes off like Fantasia, and I just was like, oh, that's what's up. I take my shoes off, and now the young people like, yo, kick them off. So it's just been like, to me, it's an honor to have been in the game for almost 20 years. And, you know, and seeing other people take the song and do their thing with it and kill it. You know what I mean? So Gavin, was it Keontae? Keontae?
Yeah.
Honey.
He started it, then he added people to challenge, and then people.
Because what was his song? It came out, and he just sang it on the front porch somewhere or something like that?
Yeah.
I can't think of the song. Somebody Google it. The dude is like vocally dumb, and he took Lose to Win and put so much oil on it. So yeah, I've been seeing that, and that's like, that makes me feel really good. You gonna do it, baby? I want you to get in this challenge.
I need to stop because everything I'm frisky every day.
Yeah. She gonna stand up at the end.
Better not be no man that's about that. I tell you that right now. Don't have me start going back and watching through these comments.
It. Okay, it's all about y'all tonight. Let's just move on. The boys are tripping.
You look good.
Sean came in with his chucks on. I already know he finna show out tonight. Dorikas is behaving a little, you know.
For now.
The kids have been great for me tonight. Thank you. Zion showed
They
up a
say
little
Jake's
late.
preached about Lose to Win yesterday.
He did.
Sunday. I'm talking about yesterday, Sunday.
He said a couple of things in that sermon that we'll talk about next time that was just right on point. But yeah, he did. It's crazy.
Okay, we're gonna start off a little heavy tonight. The first question is a little heavy. It's a little heavy. Are y'all ready? Because this is starting out heavy. Okay. We're gonna start out rough, and then we'll end it a little nice and easy. And we're rolling. All right, sis, you on key tonight with me? You know you could be a little.
Oh, I was finna call you. Oh my God! I was about to say something. I was about to say it. You know what I was about to say?
I ain't even want to read this. What? There's a lot of saying something on here, and I don't know why they put it on here. They just keep saying, I don't even know what this means. They just keep saying, please play in the Color Purple movie. It's people keep putting this on here. I don't know why, but they keep saying it. Yeah. Anywho, so are y'all ready? This is heavy. Okay, here you go. What are your thoughts and suggestions on ways to talk to your child who is under the age of 15 and she/he tells you that they're gay, and you as a parent does not agree with homosexuality? I've prayed about it, and I've prayed about it, and I've given it to God. Do I continue to talk to him or she about it, or do I simply continue to talk to her?
I get it. So there's a parent out there with a child who's 15, you know, somewhere in that adolescent puberty stage, who has either communicated or is showing signs that they're into same-sex relationships. The parent is probably at their wit's end and is trying to figure out, do I continue to press the issue? I've given it to God. You know, how do I handle this at this point? I'm going to kick this one off because I actually deal with this a lot with men as far as salute first and people looking for answers, right? This is the one place that I have found that is true, that is impactful, and is sensitive to the nature of the issue. No matter what a person is facing, encountering, entering into, dealing with, love has to bleed through the message regardless. Yeah. It doesn't matter if a person has a anger issue. Doesn't matter if a person has insecurities. Doesn't matter if a person is choosing a certain sexuality. The one thing we cannot do is judge. That's where we draw lines in the sand and we start to have these emotional face-offs. Love compels through all types of situations, and we can't withhold love. Here's the thing, we should not withhold love. We should not deny love. We should not use it as a manipulative tact to try to get our own will. What we have to do is love a person and allow them to have their own experience, their own life, and their own confrontation with the Father in whatever the capacity that looks like. We can't control certain things as much as we want to. We can't judge things as much as we want to. But what we can do, and what we do have the power to do, is to love somebody unconditionally through that situation, so at least the atmosphere is conducive for God to be able to do what only God can do. And that is the way I approach it at the end of the day.
I agree. I truly agree. And I think not just with that subject, I think in everything we must be loving and kind to people. I think that I was telling Ken earlier today, there's this guy that be hanging out, what's the name of the street? It's this gas station right before you get to South Boulevard. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's a U-Haul place right beside it. It's a train station right up in there. It's two gas stations across the street from each other. Right there in a little strip, man be hanging out right there. His name, Mr. Greg. I've been talking to him, stopping and giving him money time to time. So he remembered my car. The other day I was riding, I called Ken. I was like, Ken, I was I feel led to bless him. Ken was like, you got to do what you got to do. But I was like, I think he's going to drink it up. Ken was like, that doesn't matter. He was like, the Bible speaks about that, where allow them to have their, how you say it, like.
I can't quote it, but I will pull it up if you check me. But the scripture was just saying, in that particular moment, that person who's dealing with strong drink of wine has no cares for their condition, for their poverty, their homelessness. In that particular moment, they are free from that. They have a moment of joy. They have a moment of bliss. And that's what allowed me to stop being so nitpicky with helping people that I come across on the road.
Right, or that you come across, period, that's even dealing with that situation. So in his situation, he's drunk, and he lives on the street. So I told Ken, I was like, I feel like blessing him. I went in the gas station, got 100, threw it in his hand. And when he looked at what I gave him, Sean, he started running to the store, right? And I said, well, God, I did what you told me to do. So yesterday, I was riding by, and he remembered my car. He started waving me down. So I pulled over, and this was my opportunity to ask him questions. So I said, what's your name? He told me his name. I said, my name, Fantasia. He said, Antasia? I said, Fantasia. I said, I want you to remember my name. I said, now I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to give you what God tell me to give you. I said, and I'm going to check on you. Every time I come through here, I'm going to check on you. I said, how would you like it if I got you a room and you got a hot shower and a hot meal? He lit up. And then I ended it with this. I said, because sometimes we met somebody like that in Florida named Mr. Willis. He didn't want to go to no room. He loved where he was at, and all he talked about was God. He said being on the beach was his ministry. So sometimes they don't want to go into rooms. They like where they are. And I said, I asked him what he needed. He said some shoes, asked him his size. So me and Ken are going to put together a packet, get it to him. But I said, you promise you're going to let me take you to a room? He said, well, I live back there. And I said, yeah, but you said you would let me take. I said, I'm going to get you a good shower, good meal, and how about a good drink? He said, good drink? He said, okay. So in that moment, instead of me being like, I ain't giving him no money because I know what he gonna take and do with it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show him love every time he see me. So therefore, the light that shines through me, he'll begin to ask me more questions. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like in that situation, sometimes when we show more love and more let the light shine through us, it allows your child, your son or your daughter to be able to be more open with you. Because if not, they hide things from you. They're carrying things in their body that they don't want to even tell you. They sneaking and going to the doctors or doing certain things because they know you're going to come at them with the, like the Bible is like and that's not who God is. So I love what you said. And I think that to that parent or that who asked? Was it a mother that asked the question? It was a parent that asked that question?
As a parent.
Okay. Yeah, I think you give it to God, and you also love on your child. And if it's something that needs to be changed, God will change it.
One last thing, if y'all don't mind. Sometimes our children go through things to work something out in us.
That's true.
All parents go through something. For mine, my mama had a rambunctious young boy, never knew his father, so I'm selling drugs. I'm running people in and out my crib. I got feds kicking in my door. I'm in jail every other week. It's no different than somebody who is partying all the time, taking drugs all the time, passing out, somebody who's suicidal, somebody who's depressed. We all deal with something in some capacity, but it's not always about the child because God gave us that child, but it's also to work something out in us. Our character, our faith, certain things get strengthened by the way we process with our children. So everything is not always a problem. It's not always a burden, but that's why love is so important, so that God cannot just speak to your child, but can speak to you as he speaks to us as parents as well.
That's right. And I would also like to add, and y'all said some good stuff. I would like to add, get to know your child. Sometimes we stay so focused on the problem that you miss the beauty in the child. And a lot of times it's stuff that you hate about other people, stuff that you hated about the world, stuff that's going on, that it blocks out that I have a beautiful child that has a beautiful spirit, that has a beautiful soul. And sometimes you're so focused on the problem that you're missing the beauty of the child. And then that child will suffer because you allow something to hinder what they're going through, hinder who they are, and allow you to see the beauty in that child. And I know sometimes parents focus on things that they hate about that situation that has absolutely nothing to do with the child. It's stuff that you've heard or seen or ways from other people.
Or it's stuff that the parent is dealing with.
And stuff that the parent is dealing with.
You get what I'm saying? And then sometimes if the kid don't rock with the parent's personality, like, you know, we all have different personalities. It's almost like, I don't fool with her. But John, me and him get in the car ride, get ice cream. But Susan, she won't talk and she won't da-da-da-da. So we're looking for every kid to be the same. And we're looking for every kid to fit our personalities. And that's not how it works.
That's right. Next question.
We in there.
Should you stop talking to your other guy friends that you've been friends with for 20 to 15 years once you get a man?
Once you do what?
Once you get a man or once you get married?
Well, this says once you get a man, but you, I mean, you can add your own to it. Once you get a man, once you get married, should you stop talking to your friends that you've been with?
There's a difference, because we all know friends from friends. Like, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to say to yourself, if you really want something to work, right, and you really been longing for a solid relationship, you have to be honest. If you know you slept with Mike, but you and Mike moved on from it and y'all still cool, trust me, that man gonna pick it up. You can't get, it just never, he gonna pick something up. And I just feel like everybody's different. The guy may say, I ain't tripping. How long ago that's been? You mine now. Some may say, nah, he still wants you. You got to really know your person and know yourself and be true to yourself, I feel. Because
I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit. When I got married, I had a decision to make. And choosing to be married, I had to make the decision to always protect my wife. So this is twofold. So I blocked everybody. I think I might have had a conversation, one or two that was really friends or whatever, but I just blocked everybody. I know that's pretty extreme, but I took a Napoleon approach and I burnt the bridge, you know what I mean, behind me. Because I felt like if I knew I could, don't matter if I had or not, if I knew I could, then that wasn't truly a platonic relationship. It was one that was on standby. So it didn't have to be somebody that we were friends because after sex it didn't work out. If I knew in my mind that I could if I wanted to, that's a snare for me. So what I did is I burnt the bridge. You know, Napoleon, you know, some people know him was a military strategist, and he took his team over to, you know, an island. I'm paraphrasing, and he burnt the ships. And he was like, we either gonna win or we gonna die. I'm not gonna leave area for retreat. Either we're going to win or we're going to die. So I burnt all the ships because everybody's human. You don't want to be in a situation where you upset with your mate, you mad at your mate, and you still got that number in your phone. So if I knew I could, I burnt the bridge. And then the twofold part of it is I have to do what I also want my wife to do. I can't be a hypocrite. I'm not going to be cool with my wife saying, yeah, me and George going to go to the game. No, y'all not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You call me insecure, call me whatever you want to call me. Because I also feel like George is waiting for the opportunity for me to mess up. You look too good. Ain't nobody just trying to be your homeboy. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
I'm proud of you for blocking, though, because if not, I would have, them legs would have been on standby. Honey. I would have cut your legs off.
That movie Misery. But I'm just saying, I took a very intense approach, but at the same time, I had to also look deep inside my own insecurities.
Yeah.
And it helped me to be more mindful of my wife's insecurities. And I know that I would be insecure. I knew I would be uncomfortable if she's chilling with a dude. Imagine my wife getting dressed up like this to go out and hang with George. No, we going out. we tell George to call me.
But see, I think it's different for everybody. Like I said, you might be able to go to him and ask him. He might be like, yo, I'm cool with it. I think it's a conversation that you have with your partner to see where they stand. And unfortunately for me again, no, that wasn't going to work.
The great philosopher Drake said it best. No new friends, no new friends, no, no, no.
But they were old friends.
I's married now. Like,
she ain't married, I don't think.
if we ain't all hanging,
yeah, that's.
I just feel like, so what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have a few more friends. Me and you fall out. I go vent to a woman.
Yeah, and then you come back, and what's gonna happen? You're dead. Dead meat.
Dead on bread. Dead on bread.
Dead on bread.
I'm just playing. I ain't gonna kill you, baby. I love you too much.
I am a 19-year-old, and I would like to know, how can I learn to love myself? I just wish I looked like other girls my age.
I'm gonna let you kick this up.
Oh.
And you know, this is the
Yeah.
the real deal out here.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I think we've been down this road probably like about a month ago. A young girl came on and was kind of asking the same question. And it's so mind-boggling when, you know, the young girls coming on. And it's true. And I know they ask these questions here because they can't ask these questions nowhere else without being jumped on. And everybody feel like you're so crazy and you're so, you know.
Well, just give me time because I'm trying to figure out how to go about that one. Because it would be different if we didn't have so much fakeness in our face. And most young lady, you're 19, so I'm going to speak to you about the truth that's going on right now in your world and some of the things that you're addicted to that makes you feel the way you feel. But you're so young, I know that it's going to be hard to do so because it's right there in your face every day. But you've got to break the addiction of, number one, social media. You ask the question, how? You ask the question, so I feel like you're at a place where you really might want to do away with this feeling. And I hope that you are. You're going to have to challenge yourself to break away from social media, to break away from certain things that you've been watching and certain things that you've been listening to, because it has programmed you to think that if you don't look a certain way or have a certain thing, then you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough. Let me help you with something. Most of what you see has been bought. So it ain't real. You understand what I'm saying? I think Kendall came on the other week and was like, somebody asked him, was I real? I'm like, well, I'm from the South and I come from some real women. And here's the thing. If I don't keep it in shape, it won't look like this forever. But what I'm telling you is I was in your shoes. I was that one little girl with the big lips, so skinny, and I felt like I needed to have the big butt, the big hips, long hair. My skin was too dark. You know, I went through everything that you're going through. The woman that's talking to you now is like, yo, I'm so dope. I'm so fly. I'm perfectly made. This is how God wanted me to look, and I'm not going to smack him in the face and tell him it ain't good enough. It's great. I'm beautiful, and so are you. What you are looking at is not real. It's fake. It's not the real world. I don't want you to focus on those things. You got to reprogram your mind and the things that you've been watching and following. I dare you to take a break from it. I ain't going to say fast, because when young people hear the word fast, it scares them. Take a break. You sent in the question. I think you really want an answer. I think you really want something different. Take a break away from all of that and look at all the other things that are around you that will let you know you are perfect. You are fine. You are blessed. You are healed. You have the activities of your limbs. The little things we overlook because we have that so much in our face. I dare you to take a break away from it. Write affirmations to yourself. Remind yourself every day of who you are. Tell yourself every day the great things about you. And I'm not talking about shape, and I'm not talking about your clothes. I'm talking about your personality, your loving heart, your kind spirit. If you can cook, if you can do, what are the great things about you that have nothing to do with looks? Because I want to let you know that men these guys ain't looking. My grandmother used to tell me this. She used to say, you're going to give yourself away quick to these fast boys who ain't going to choose you in the end. They're going to go look for what they see in their mama. Because they really do want to end up with a woman that everybody ain't, they want something special. She's smart. You know what I'm saying? She can cook. Her conversation is good. We had a conversation not too long ago, and I think we were outside, and DJ Sean Nice was talking. Ken was talking. We were all talking about the things we love about the people we are with, and nobody once said her booty, her this, her that. Nobody, these guys are not really looking for that. And right now, you so young, baby. You got a life to live. Focus on yourself. Break away from social media. Break away from the stuff you've been watching and you've been listening to. Get you out a book and journal. Write you some affirmations and put them on your mirror and remind yourself of who you really are. And don't let all this other stuff from the world make you feel like you're not great, because you've been destined for something greatness. You're destined, baby. You're destined. We all are. So break away and get to know yourself, because what you see is either been bought and it's fake and it's not real. It's not real life. I hope I broke that down right without,
I'm going to talk to you like a big brother. Don't get caught up desiring to be more sexually attractive in a world where men only want sex. You're desiring something that comes in time. We grow up. We naturally put on weight. We naturally evolve. My wife got a picture. My mom sent me some pictures the other day. I needed them for the program of me in the past. I got one picture of me and Trey Sean where I was so skinny. My bones was popping out my shoulder. Like, my name was Skinny Kenny. Like, I never thought I'd be 225 pounds. Like, that was out of the question. I was 160, 150. There's always that skinny dude. Life caught up with me, called my number. It does that to most people. But the thing you're longing for is also one of the things that could bring you great pain. Because now you get put on this assembly line of young men who can't control their hormones, don't know their father like me, and will use you to fill some space and void in their heart. And like you say, trash you at the end. Give yourself time to know who you are. I'm telling you as a man, I don't even remember who I was talking to at age 19. That's real talk. Sad, call it what you want, but there's millions of other men out there like me who don't even remember 18, 19, 20, who you was talking to, because they didn't matter. They did not matter. And it's
not
different.
To say you don't matter, but we're just saying, don't focus on
facts.
Yeah.
Boys are just trying to have sex. They want to talk about you to their homeboys. They want to sneak record you. It is a dirty game out here. I'm talking to you like a real big brother. It's a dirty game out here. They want to exploit you, laugh about you, post it, whatever. You are worth so much more than that. Give yourself time. And like my wife said, figure out how to love yourself so when the right guy comes by, you don't blow him off. and you don't miss that opportunity for true love because you're looking for the attention from the wrong kind of guy.
Yeah,
You know
right
what I mean?
guy, right job, right friends, right. I mean,
Right faith and
Yeah.
anchor in God who will
Yeah.
really protect you, love you, and care about you.
pretty much. And I'm telling you that because I've been there, done that. So I'm giving you my testimony, sweetheart, wide open. Been there, done that. Okay, you're gonna be fine. Break away from anything you've been watching that ain't pouring good stuff into your spirit. Try it, and then come back on the next All About You and let us know who you are and tell me how you're feeling and let me know you're applying these things that we're saying to you.
Boys too. I don't know what just hit me just now, but I know a young girl sent the question. But it's a lot of young boys out here feel the same way. A lot of young boys feel like because they don't have this car, this kind of money, or you don't have a six pack, or you this is that to the third. Don't measure yourself by social media. All of this stuff is synthetic. It's synthetic.
And also, don't measure yourself because I've been listening to some young guys talk, especially at the gym. Don't measure yourself up to what your father wasn't either, because most of the time when their father's not in their life, they turn to the streets. They go to the gangs. So they're like, I ain't have my daddy. I ain't have no family. And you can talk, right? So that as well as the guy that I've been working out with, his testimony is so dope. How he took and switched up all of the stuff that was, that his dad didn't do and wasn't there. And he's a great father and he's great with his mother. And so, don't allow any of that stuff to make you feel a certain way. Write your own story. Be great. Be a queen. Be a king. Write your own story.
What advice would you give a 25-year-old female who is successful and loves herself unconditionally, that desires to have a pure, genuine, and God-fearing relationship? So you got a lot of women out here, and they feel like they're successful, and they feel like they love themselves, trying to find the right guy, that God-fearing guy. Like,
I'm gonna say this to the successful woman: don't use your success as your makeup and your accessories. What do I mean by that? Because sometimes we think we love ourselves, but we allow our success to be. That's the thing. It's like we really have not gotten into therapy. We really have not given those things that we've carried to God. What we do is we work hard, and I'm gonna prove it, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna drive that, and I'm gonna right, and that's our thing. So you meet the guy, and you throwing all that at him, and sometimes they only date you for what you got. So you're never gonna find the real. Sometimes we gotta I ain't saying dumb yourself down. Whatever car you drive it. Keep it clean. Be proud of it. But as far as letting him know all your stuff, how much money you make, when you first start dating, don't give it all up. Because sometimes that is your thing. And men run from it. They run from it. Am I making any sense?
No, let me see if I can cook. The first thing that hit me was she said, I'm looking. I believe he's supposed to find you, or you're supposed to find each other when it's God ordained. And the other thing, and I'm not saying this is you, maybe it's for you or for somebody else. Very successful women. Let me be careful. Let me be careful.
I'm trying to put it in because I was in that situation.
It can be a challenge. Yeah. It can be a challenge for a successful woman to find the right companion if you are factoring in your success into your romance. By that, I mean, I'm going to pick on Kendall. It's just easier and it's safer because this is like walking through landmines. My wife has dated what? Like I'm just saying successful people by the world standards. By the world standards, top flight. But found love in a businessman that nobody knew. I didn't have to be an entertainer. I didn't have to be famous. I didn't have to be a celebrity. She didn't allow her celebrity to block her from seeing me the way I saw her, and we found love in that place. Sometimes successful men and women can have an image of what my ideal mate is supposed to look like, and so you skipping over $1 to pick up a penny.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? You know, you can skip over $1 to pick up a penny. My man James Tolliver taught me that. So just make sure, because you mentioned that. You mentioned your success. You didn't just say, I'm a 25-year-old, I'm self-aware and I love myself. You mentioned your success in your question. So that ties into what my wife said, and I just hope you don't allow that to be a filter by which you judge a good, dedicated, loyal, committed, devoted man who could be there in your life.
Yeah, when he does come. Because, again, I'm proud of you. Like, salute to you, Queen, for going and get your coin and doing what you have to do. But I have found out that sometimes it does, it's like a drive for us to be like, you know, I'm successful. We talk about it in the book where I was saying, you know, some of the guys that I did date would come pick me up in limousines or take me out on boats and all this crap, you know. And I was like, you know what? I realized that was that was more hype for them than it was for me. And I realized they're not just doing this with me; they're doing this probably with everybody, showboating, showing all their stuff. And it was a turn off for me. So I can see how it's a turn off for a man as well, because I think when you guys meet up, that's the last thing that you either should be talking about. He should find that out super later. You get what I'm saying? Because it can run men away and it can run women away. So just have great conversation. Don't even have to tell them everything that you're doing, and also don't like you said, don't walk over. What do you say? $1 to pick up a penny. Yeah, that was dope.
Speaking over, not stepping over $1 to get to a penny, I want to dig a little deep into this because I think this might have something to do with the problem too. What is God-fearing? Like, what is, because sometimes I think, and I'm saying God-fearing because that's what she put, but sometimes I think the list sometimes of what we're visualizing that we're looking for sometimes get in the way, and it makes you skip over the $1 to get to the penny because you have this visual and this list, you know. And I just was wondering, like, you know,
he was saying what is basically break down what's the difference between $1 and a penny, right?
Well, no. Because what I'm saying is that, you know, she used the word God-fearing. You know, man. Yeah. Right, that's what no, she's looking for a God-fearing man. So I'm just wondering, because, you know, people use this often. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just wondering, what is that picture look like? Because sometimes the lists get in the way. What is that? The penny is our list. Are you looking for that? Are you looking for a suit, a Bible? Are you looking for church every Sunday? Like, what is that?
The beauty about God is He doesn't hide. He doesn't conceal His list and His truths. What we'll do is that $1 sitting there, but we'll step over to get the penny. The penny is you got the car, you got great credit, you know, fine as wine, you know, at dinner time. But you got these qualities right here. You got these attributes of somebody who's disciplined, who's loyal, who's honest, who has integrity, who has, you know, self-respect, dignity. But those are the things we step over, because what we're trying to do is get to our list. But what I didn't do it. I lucked up with my wife. Nobody makes their list and then compares it to God's list and says, okay, this matches, I can have my cake and eat it too. So what we do is we put our will before God's will. So we go grab this penny and ask God to turn them into $1. That's what we do, because our list is more important to us than the commandments, than any of the principles, the truths, Christ-like character. None of that's important, because secretly we're trying to satisfy our flesh.
Which says a lot, because so boom, a lot of times we're using these big, you know, I want a God-fearing. If you're truly a God-fearing woman, right, you discern and pick up another God-fearing person. I like that. You do. Take that. You really do. If you're truly deeply if your spiritual eyes and your spiritual ears are wide open, you know when another king's kid walks in the room.
Even if they ain't got on their full suit and
walk
around with a Bible.
Pretty much. So sometimes we have to work on ourselves, and not. I was telling Kendall, sometimes we have to not be like. There's this trend going on. There's this trend, and I'm gonna finish so you can, because I know you just got something. I saw it. There's this trend going on where we wake up every day and we pretend. Have you ever seen somebody? when people get up and post every day and say things like, I'm good, I ain't worried about you, I'm over here, right? Or what's another quote that you ever seen? Like just people who, or they get up and they quote spiritual things every day, right? But then you get on the phone with them and their conversation is totally different. They're like, I'm depressed today, I'm stressed today. But you're like, but I saw your post this morning. And this morning, yeah, right? It's a trend now. It's become a thing. You got people who are not even trying to live right, taking sermons and putting them on their thing for the day because that's the trend. So what I'm saying is sometimes we have to break the trend and break the patterns with our conversations of, I'm looking for a God-fearing man. Are you a God-fearing woman? Are you where you? Because if you are, spiritually you'll be able to recognize it.
A lot of women, I'm gonna step on some toes. I think I've earned that because I'm saying it in love.
Be careful about my girls now.
Hey man, real talk. A lot of y'all don't want no God-fearing man. You just putting that out there as insurance.
Oh. Oh.
That's your insurance package. That's your gap coverage. In case he ain't really a God-fearing man, but you chose him anyway. If you get in an accident with somebody and they don't got insurance, gap covers you. So what you say is, I'm looking for a God-fearing man, so you could put that out there as gap insurance, but you really not, because he don't turn you on.
What you saying? A God-fearing man don't turn you on?
No, the image.
Because I think that is true. Because I swear I do. I had a young person that texted me the other day and was like, what is it? Why I can't find no guy? This person keep trying to talk to me. He's just too nice. I'm all, God, what are you talking about? Right. So you don't want.
But then you won't leave the one to choke you up. Can't track him down on his phone. You keep finding other girls on his phone, and he ain't never there when you need him.
So let's talk about that. Why do these girls want bad guys? And I feel like sometimes the good guys are going bad because that's what the girls want. They don't want the nice guy. They don't want the guy that's at home. They don't want the guy that they can call and they can text and know what he is. They want the one that they have to run after. They want the one that's cursing them out.
This is true.
Because we all want a challenge, but sometimes kingdom folk don't lost their creativity.
No, y'all want to talk about these girls. I am the girl in the room.
Talk about it.
So all
respect. I acquiesce.
It is because we deal with things as young women. Whether we've seen them in our father, whether we have been molested, whether we have been, hear me out, that stuff sticks with us. Whether your parents gave you up, at a young age, whether your mother lives down the street, but your mother ain't in your life, but she got her other kids, and you trying to figure out why I don't care what grandma, I don't care what auntie, I don't care who comes in your life to say, I got your back. In the back of their mind, they're still wondering, but why did my own mother want me? But why did my father beat me? But why was he in there touching me? And they knew he was. So now I'm growing up and I want different, but all I know is this right here. And nobody has set me down and nobody has tried to help me understand that I'm attracted to my father.
We be having a lot of stuff in our backpacks when we come into relationships, but we be dealing with cute posts and
it's a trend.
And GPAs,
it's a
and
trend.
Credit scores, but we don't really get into the fact of traumas. We don't get into but it manifests itself.
And I was that girl, so I don't want nobody to think what I'm saying right now. I hope another queen is like, that's what's up. Okay, that's what I'm dealing with. Okay, that's why I keep going back to him and he keep putting his hands on me because I saw my father do it to my mother. So now I'm attracted to that. The good guy, and he just, I need a little yelling. I need a little, call me stupid. I need a little, we got to scrap and fight it out. Then we're going to come back together and make love. He loved me, girl. Girl, he loved me. But you got a black eye. But guess all right, I black tears too. He loved me. That's all we know. So sometimes it takes a strong man to come in and still be nice. But there you go again, that God-fearing man. It takes a God-fearing man to come in to tap into some of that stuff and try to figure out how to remove that stuff and not let a woman, because a woman like that will walk all over a nice guy. You see what I'm saying? Oh, girl, he too nice. I told him to shut up, and he did. It's the truth. Oh, girl, I can't, girl. Because now your father is coming out of you. You get what I'm saying? So that's that thing, that generational thing, that root. We've talked about that too on Taylor Talk. That's that stuff you got to dig down up in there. And you got to repot the plant. When we talking about that earlier today,
Yes.
got to get out all those bad weeds, because if not, you're never going to have a great relationship. I had to cut a lot of things out of my life that still will try to creep up sometimes. I'll be like, oh, now wait a minute. Fantasia, that ain't it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least you get to a place where you ain't got to pull roots. You're just pulling some weeds. You know, that's part of life.
I'm itching to go deeper. Can I get permission?
Man, go ahead, cause my wife on fire.
Do you-
I might
Be
post
careful.
up.
Listen, because you know when I brought this up, they was like, "Oh, they cooking now," you know. So listen, do you feel like music? Because music play a big part in our lives. Do you feel like today's music support the good guy? Do you feel, because the music we're singing? I remember I grew up on like love music, like the R&B music that made it. The music made you want to be in love, and now the music that is trending is telling you that it's talking different. It's talking about the fighting. It's talking
Music
about the
today
choking.
tells you that love comes with a price tag or a bag, preferably a Birkin, and a nice guy, he gonna get shot. Bop, 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 bop. That's where it's at. What love music? you got two people trying to be in love, but they riding around playing. I don't call nobody out, but you riding around playing out the most thug hood, twisted twerking music, whatever the case may be. You're not even tapping in sonically to the energy that you're trying to create. But we feed ourselves with these things. TV promotes certain things. We have so much negativity in the world, but then we trying to create this utopia. But here's the thing that even we had to realize: we got to go outside at some point. Yeah. Now we can create the most beautiful atmosphere inside of this house. You know what I'm saying? It's paraben and hater free. But when we walk outside, we still got to encounter people at the store, at the gas station, at the work site, in the office, who don't have what we have, don't care about what we have. So we have to be on such a vertical and connected point of view when we enter into things, because this is at war every day. We're not at war, but nobody's celebrating this type of relationship. It's a lot of them out there. It ain't just me and my queen. It's a lot of them out there. But you gonna hear about the more raunchy, the more ratchet, the more reckless, the more bloggable relationships out there that's gonna come up on your timeline. We ain't popping up on your timeline because we cooler. We happy. And we ain't naked. No scandal. So we not gonna move magazines. We not gonna move the blog sites. You see what I'm saying? But the ones that are, they get put out there in heavy rotation. Listen, let me say this. My wife is one of the best vocalists of this generation. Don't say nothing while I'm talking. Hold on, chill out, pause.
Boy, know somebody.
This is a fact, right? This is a fact. But one of the things that I love about my wife is she protects her virtue, her class, her faith, her principles. If my wife wanted to go out there in the video and bust it wide open, man, it'd be pandemonium out here, but then you'd be just another. If I wanted to go out here and cut corners and do things that have no integrity, no honor, no tact to them, I could make money so much quicker. But because we choose the narrow path and the narrow gate, the things that are happening in our lives now took 7 years of stress, destruction, pain, loss, confusion, despair to get to that place. But nobody wants to go through that garden. Nobody wants to say, Father, please let this cup pass me, but if not, let your will be done. I'm going to eat this one off the bone. Everybody compromises. So now I'll wear a shirt that shows my nipples. I wear my pants to the floor. I'll put slugs. I'll slug my mouth out. I'll tap my face up in order to fit into what's working. But they have their reward. So it's just a matter of choosing, man, what side are you going to be on? Are you going to be for the Most High, or you going to be, because he makes it clear, God is a G. He say, yo, if you're not for me, we enemies, bruh. So if you want a God-fearing relationship, if you want peace, if you want self-assurance, if you want a clear sense of self-identity, if you want to be anchored in something that won't move at the next press release or the next COVID or the next recession, you want to know you anchored in something, that you need to come on this side, not our side, but this side. But if you're on this side playing and you playing by their rules, then you are subjected to the penalties and consequences that come from playing on that side of the fence that we have both played on, but realize that's not where we're supposed to be. So a lot of these questions can fit in the category on whose team is you playing for. Real talk, when nobody's watching, when you by yourself, when nobody knows, what team you really play for. Not the one we say when we get to work, when we show up to choir rehearsal, or, we pick our kids up for the daycare. I'm talking about who team do you really play for? Because that's who controls your rewards and your final outcome.
That's right.
But we got this dual personality and dual life where we go out there and we got on the white collar, the priestly robes, but then we go home and there's something else on your phone, there's something else in your conversation, there's something else up under your bed, there's something else knocking on the door at 2 a.m. when the kids sleep. But he out by 5 a.m. That's when the neighbor go to work.
You walking heavy, as Jay would say.
Who are you really playing for? Because there are certain kingdom rewards that are only reserved for kingdom people, but we also go through kingdom sacrifices.
Walking heavy.
If you want the other side, then you have your reward.
Yeah. I got something to say about that because you started it off real heavy. With my wife is one of the best, blah, 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 blah. But I want to say something.
Jesus asked the disciples, who do the people say that I am? And then he asked them, who do y'all say I am? And Peter answered, let Kendall speak.
Shut up. That's what I want to say.
I laid that out. I
just want to say, it ain't even about me being the best, because there are some women and men out there who can sing.
He gave his
rings
opinion.
around me. Be quiet. Let me say this right quick. But because the anointing is on my life, that's see, I'm. It's not that I'm the best, because a lot of people wonder and ask a lot of questions. How she? Why her? When this person can do it better or that person can do it better. But what it is I chose my side. So it's the anointing that's on my life that has taken me here, there.
I ain't talking about
everywhere.
runs and all
no,
that.
No. Just let me finish. Because it's. The way you were saying, like, you got to choose a side, you got to pick a side. Like, some people wonder, like, how is she? Because there are some, I have a lot of favorites. I have a list of favorites that I look at and be like, woo, that's cold. That might not be me, but it's just the fact that I allowed the anointing to stay on my life, and I chose a side, and he keeps carrying me and taking me. So it goes back to it. You don't have to be. It's some athletes out there that are so anointed and how they carry themselves. It might be somebody out there better or younger, but how they carry and how they do things, that's what keeps taking a right. It makes room for the gift, and you just, you know what I mean?
But I meant one.
Who's the best hairstylist?
Don't you praise your hold on.
I
now.
did not listen.
Humble thyself.
Listen, I asked.
Who's the best hairstylist?
Jesus asked.
Jesus, because he taught you everything.
The
you
best
know.
hairstylist is the lady with the alabaster box. The lady with the alabaster box. She's the best hairstylist.
Shut up, y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't. I really can't.
Yeah. These people saying, let that man speak on his wife. I know that's right.
No.
And let the
Yeah,
sister
man,
speak.
straight up. I don't
Yes.
flex. I don't flex often, like, and I won't
And you
flex for
shouldn't,
myself.
Kendall, and you shouldn't flex on your
Yeah,
hairstylist.
this feels weird. Can we move? Yeah, this feels weird. Can we move on?
We're gonna come in here next week with a big old alabaster box.
She always get a little uncomfortable when somebody give her a compliment.
No,
You know,
it's
get a
not,
little comfortable.
you know what it is?
Who's the best hairstylist?
It's not that, because I always listen. We live in a world now where everybody is just so want to be the number one and want to be the best and want to be. I'm not forgetting that it ain't me, it's God. And if He takes it away, I have nothing.
You know what's sad about gifts?
nothing.
You know what's sad about gifts? And this is for everybody in this room.
Because everybody's gifted.
Everybody's gifted. We forget when we just wanted to do what we do for a living. There was a time in all of our lives when we was like, if I could just do this and make a living, well, this was all I have to do, I would be so happy. If I didn't have to work for somebody, if I could just do what I love to do for a living. But then you get into the realm of doing what you do for a living, and then it starts being about ranking.
Yes.
And then ranking changes who you are as a person, where you lose that childlike joy and freeness that came from just wanting to do what we do for a living.
Yeah.
And maybe that's for somebody. Like, let's not forget that there was a time that we were all doing something else under some different level of subjection or stress when we just wanted to do this for a living. You wanted to just do hair for a living. You wanted to just, if I could just sing and pay my bills, if I could just DJ and make sure that my family is straight. We got to all, again, being on this side of the fence, do like they will, humble ourselves before the Lord, so that we don't ever lose that gem that he gave us, because that prayer has been answered. The world tries to put us in the ranking system. We don't have to abide by that process.
No, we
know
can know who we are, but we know who we are through Christ. Like, I know I have a gift, but I know without him, it would just be another gift. So.
And it's gift wrap tonight.
Oh, let's keep it moving.
Well,
Christmas came early for me.
people on here saying that I'm the best hairstylist. So I want to thank my mother who raised me. I want to thank God first, who's the head of my life. I want to get I keep a thank you note just in case.
God should have been first.
Okay, let me read. Okay, people on here saying that I'm the best. So I want to take my thing. First, I would like to give honor to God, who's the head of my life. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in and supporting me over the years. Because without y'all, I couldn't have done this.
Man.
And I would like to thank Yellow Dress for being my canvas.
My dress ain't yellow, it's lime green.
Oh.
Look like a margarita to
So
me.
obviously you are the best hairstylist, but you can't see. Your clients need to be a little worried.
Well, her little lime green dress. Lime.
Looking like what I need after a shot of
Lime.
Patron.
Can we please move on?
I got some little lime juice.
Yeah, everybody
Have you
get
ever
out.
tasted the Simply Lime? Oh, this is really good. No, that Simply
Joya!
Lime is banging.
Is the food almost ready? She in there talking, huh?
Have you ever tasted Simply Lime, though? Simply Lime. No. Oh, it's banging.
It's ready, Jay. Because Darica's in here. My appetite, I can't take it no more.
No, Joy. See, the thing is, she got this little look on. She's looking like this right here. You know what I'm saying? And Kendall, Kendall been giving her the opportunity. Like they've been going on dates and stuff. So
Trick
he's
or
giving her
treat.
the opportunity.
Trick or treat.
He's been giving her the opportunity
My
to look
friend
like
know
this.
me. She know what's up.
And she been
She
dressing
my
up and
cancer
stuff.
sister. She know we don't even roll like that,
Working out on her
y'all.
little bike and stuff.
Hey, when y'all get done,
let me say it right.
I'm
Her
still
soul,
right here.
I ain't saying it right. Your soul cycle. I don't want to
Soul
say bike.
cycle, that's right.
Yeah. And
Now I'm gonna have to soul cycle in the morning after I eat this food. What you made, Julia?
We got the bourbon meatloaf and the truffle with cauliflower and some look at you, red house haricot verde, and then we have I did like a honey steamed cauliflower wing.
And remember, that's all vegan, you guys. So when Joya comes over,
That's
like,
vegan.
I'm trying hard. If I can get, do you want to just live with us? Would you like to just move in?
knock that whole side out of it.
What? Woo! Okay, so we
You
got
vegan?
Joey with the plant girl magic shirt. I saw what she was. I said that's hard. Plant girl
Are
magic.
you vegan?
Are you vegan?
Are you vegan?
I'm the hostess here.
Are you
I'm
vegan?
the host. I'm the
Huh?
host.
Everything. I'm everything.
Oh, you everything.
Yeah, when Joya moves in, I'll be a little more disciplined, but it's really hard right now. But I'm going to be honest. I'd rather vegan than anything else, but if not, I'll take seafood.
Can you give me some tips on how to get my waist like yours?
Stay out of other people's business and get into a workout. Get into a workout. Stay out of other people's business.
Oh God!
I'm
Thank you,
sick of
Joya.
you. Honey,
You know,
I'm just-
compliments burn fat.
Let me tell you something though. For real talk. That
ahead.
soul cycling bike. Ken, what you be hearing me on?
Oh, woo, oh, 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 Kendall.
I be in there talking to the lady because she be on the screen. They be talking junk too. But see, I still got to get down off some of this weight. So some of the stuff they be doing, I'll just sit down on the bike and be like, I'm coming. Just give me a little more time. That bike is no joke. You think it's not just you sitting there riding. Like, number one, you're dancing. So you have to your feet have to stay with the tune. So like if you was playing blow the whistle, your feet got to, right? Then they telling you to grab your weights. You doing like, you got to stand up, work your core. Like, it's no joke. No joke.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm in
Can I go
love
over
with
and
it.
borrow your bike in the morning?
No, don't touch my bike. Don't look at my bike. Don't go upstairs where my bike is at. Don't come in my house. Man, leave me alone. I go high point on you.
Hey, you just got banished from the kingdom, man.
I'm about to go high point on him.
Kendall, first of all, we out yesterday. We was at the mall. We was hanging out at the mall. You know, we was having a good time. Bruh, every single time my phone rang or my text went off and I was texting, she was like, who is that? What they want? Everything okay? Really? And I'm just like, oh my God. She said, if I knows this for you. I mean, she's like, when she see me, it's like, what you eat today? What you doing after this? Where you going? Who is that? I'm like, oh my God. The whole time we was together, every time
man, my wife love you, but more than go by, she ain't heard from you, bro. She think you done got in a car accident or something.
What is going on?
Don't you should appreciate that.
I just texted. She said, what happened? You okay? I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yes, I want to make sure because I need to know what I need to pray for.
Why's your phone keep going
He
off?
was, and at that moment, I did
Why
realize.
you had to walk off the talk?
Are you being nosy?
Why was you sitting out there in your car? You been pulled up.
He came over. I said, you okay? So, yeah, I said, oh, who was that? He said, I said, am I the nosiest friend you got?
I said by far the nosiest one. Literally,
sorry.
the nosiest one.
I'm sorry.
You want to know what I'm eating? Don't forget to call her when I get home.
Yeah.
Dallas.
When you leave here, I need to make sure you make it home safe.
Make it home. I made it. When I don't call, that means I made it. If I call you, get
I
up
know
the
what
alert.
I'm going to do. I'm going to go away. And I think me and you should fast from each other.
Oh, God. I bet you she'll call me first.
We'll see. Come on and pray. Let's get this food
Wait,
going
I
on
got
so
another
Sean
question.
can
I
play.
ain't done. No,
honey.
I do got one more question.
Hurry up. That was so high point. Hurry up.
I got one more question. I'll say the rest of these questions.
Ken, this is really good. And this
Just
is
know
seltzer water.
if you're on here and I didn't get to your question, it's because you heard her say, hurry up, little cancer self.
It tastes like Sprite. It's seltzer water.
You need to get you some Simply Lime.
You put lemon in it? You mixed it up. Oh.
That Simply Lime is banging.
I don't think I'm going to be able to have that in a minute. I'm going on a very strict
Simply Lime.
dog. Ooh, help us, God.
Okay.
Hurry up,
So can I ask one more question?
Yes.
And this is a disclaimer. If I did not get to your question tonight, y'all heard it. You heard her tell me to hurry up so she can eat. So I will get to your question the next time. I was planning on getting to y'all questions tonight, but because I'm being rushed because the queen is ready to eat.
You could have been and asked the question. You wasting time.
Because Lil Lime is ready to eat.
You wasting time. I got to go check on my children.
You say you want the limelight.
Yes, Lil Lime with a bun, with a burgundy bun.
Come on.
Okay, here we go. I think both of you could relate to this question. Also, can I lost the lady who raised me from birth, my grandmother. How do you deal with losing somebody so close? She raised me in church, and since she's passed, I've only been once. The time that I went, it really just didn't feel the same. I'm going into a depression. It's getting me down. I'm stressed, and I'm lacking as being a mother because of what I'm going through. I need answers. I need help.
I think all of us in here has lost a loved one. I know when we lost my grandmother, when you lost your grandmother, that was like really, really, really tough. And I don't know if this verse, because the verse kind of comes off hard, but I think I'm saying it the right way. And if I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong. But there's a verse in the Bible that says, let the dead bury the dead, right? Which means if we're still here, we must keep living, right? So your grandmother would not want you to be depressed. Your grandmother would not want you to stop. Everything that your grandmother installed in you, you must continue so that it will go down to your children and then her children, his children. Always keep in mind that you'll see your grandmother again because the mothers, they made it to heaven. All the grandmothers, they in there. Okay? This world started to become unfamiliar to them, the stuff that started, like they couldn't take all of this stuff. So we're living now in a time where we have to fight to be right. We have to fight to live right. That's what I mean. So if you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to see grandmother again. Understand? You will see her again. Derica says something sometimes because I used to talk to him about how I used to fear death. And that's still a thing that I still deal with. And he always says, but you know what the one thing is I realize is we came the same way we came in this world, the same way we'll go out. So we all have been placed here, but we all are going to go, we all will pass one day, right? So while grandma has lived her life, have fought a good fight, have made sure that she didn't give up for you and probably your sister and your brother and your mother and whoever else, you can't let that legacy die. You can't give up and get depressed and throw in the towel. You got a long way to go, just like she did. You understand? They went through things way worse than us. Way worse. And they made it through some things. And they fought hard. So you got to continue to fight the good fight for your grandmother. And get up. Pick yourself up. Brush that stuff off. And I'm not saying don't cry, because my grandmother used to tell me that your tears are your liquid prayers. And sometimes when I think of her, I cry from time. I dream of her. I wake up and tell Ken, I seen grandma in my dreams. But the one thing that I want to do is I want to remember all of the jewels that she dropped in me. And I want to take them and I want to wear them on my sleeve and just be proud of them and make her proud. And when I'll see her again. But while I'm down here, everything that she installed in me, I'm going to pass it on to Zion. I'm going to pass it on to Keziah. I'm going to pass it on to Dallas. I'm going to pass it on to Trey. I'm going to pass it on to Kendall. We be in the kitchen. I be like, my grandma said, or he be with Keziah. I say, my grandma said, you don't tickle a baby because they'll stutter. Whatever my grandma said, I'm going to keep it moving. And you do the same. So you get up, you cry, but after you cry, you stand up and you keep it moving. You put one foot in front of the other, and you keep it moving and live your grandmother's legacy on.
I'm gonna leave that one where it is. She good on that. I'm gonna leave that one where it is. Well said.
I know it hurts, but it'll get better. It'll get better with time. You just make sure you live,
It will, and at times I feel like I am my grandmother. Like I see her ways coming out of me sometimes. I see, my grandma, like she said, my grandma, she was my first example of God, and so everything I do, all my ways, songs I sing, and it's a lot of her that's still in me. And so even times when I want to get sad and miss grandma, I start laughing because I'm just so her, like my old churchy ways, and those things will never die as long as I'm living. Like it's so many things that she's instilled in me that just will never die. Like her spirit, like everything that, it's so with me. Like,
you got to start remembering those times and laugh about them. Like we were driving the other day in your G-Wagon and you had Mahalia Jackson pumping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, like that.
Mahalia Jackson. I mean,
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I love
he had it pumping.
Mahalia Jackson. Listen,
That's
I
different.
will.
Hey, bro, that's different at the stoplight. You pull to a stoplight, you be like, ooh, that's a mean G-Wagon.
I mean,
He playing Mahalia Jackson.
what was the song she in there to see
Soon
my
as
Lord?
my feet strike Zion.
He in there to going home. Come on.
Listen,
kidding
you
me?
will see me at the light in my Jeep with the windows down, sunroof open, and all you will hear is, soon as my feet strike Zion.
He ain't lying. Sean, he over there like this, and I'm sitting in the corner like, I tell you. Now I don't even pay him no attention. And I said that to say to you, I don't pay him no attention because that's his grandmother. That's his moment to remember his grandmother. That's his moment to remember when they used to ride or when he used to wake up and grandma was playing. So you got to do the same. You got to find a way to laugh your way through your pain. Laugh your way through this. Remember the good stuff. Share those stories. You understand? Don't you let it take you down because you're too young. Grandma lived her life. Now you live yours. Yeah.
Yeah, Mahalia was that girl.
Going home. Oh, to be with my Lord.
Yes.
I said to Rickus, you are not going nowhere anytime soon. Turn that off.
But I'm not going nowhere soon. But soon as my feet strike Zion. Just as soon as my feet strike Zion.
Come on now. DJ Shine Nice, I'm ready to hear you. I be in the living room at the kitchen with Keziah. We be dancing with Keziah. I know y'all don't see me, but I'm going to have to leave out and give her a bath, and then we go right behind Nice and just dance her till she goes to sleep. You don't know. Soon as my feet strike Zion.
Zion. Woo, don't get me warmed up on this mic. Whoa. Listen, I'm pumping that tonight. I don't care how cold it is.
Don't you leave about my neighborhood
Oh,
playing
let me
that
tell
loud
you
music.
something. As soon as I get back to you tonight, I'm letting down my window, and your neighbors are going to hear it.
You're going to freeze.
And you tell them that if they got a problem with it, they better talk to my Lord and Savior. Because Mahalia will be pumped up tonight. If you live in Charlotte, I'm riding through tonight. Soon as my feet strike Zion.
Oh, God. These were some great questions. I know we have some more. I say we do it. When we come back, we finish the questions that they sent in. I want to.
Probably some new ones too, but I salute the young people, and let me just say, too many of us in our generation that were young, we refused to ask questions and seek help and to be vulnerable. So no matter what you're going through, between the various questions that we had the blessed opportunity to even try to impart a different perspective, because sometimes there are no right answers. There's different perspective. I salute every single one of you for being courageous enough to take time out of your day to log on, to submit a question to something that you're dealing with, because that right there is the very foundation from which you can build the level of closure and clarity that you're looking for. So I love to hear the young people engaging, and we appreciate you all, just entrusting us with something so sacred in your lives. We don't take that for granted.
Kendall, where can they send questions?
Yeah, so I believe it's at the Fantasia official. There's a link for Taylor Talk, and normally when we put the post up,
We put it
they
in
go to
there.
fantasiaofficial.com, and there's a link for Taylor Talks, and then you can submit questions. We compile those. Lorena sends them to us. We print them out.
To Lorraine.
Marinate. Well, let you marinate on them, because we just like for you to throw them at us, and we see them kind of firsthand. But yeah, it's a true authentic process, and we get them the same way that you send them. Yeah.
He finna play a song that I work out to, honey. I might go get up on the bike tonight. No, I'm not. But sometimes I be wanting to. I wake up and be like, should I go get on the bike? It's like you're addictive. Yes. What are you doing over there? Okay.
I ain't bothered nobody the whole
I think we might have another
session.
pouch in the freezer. Give him another pouch. He might need one. He been out of. He's like, oh.
All right, let's pray. Love y'all, man. Father, thank you for another opportunity to come together to do something in your name that is opposite of this world. We ask that again, as always, we do our best to answer questions to the best of our ability, to insert your posture, your perfect will, but at the same time, your wisdom makes our intellect look like foolishness. So we ask that you touch every question that was presented, and those that we weren't able to get to, that you bring closure and comfort to the things that are on these people's heart. This we have entertaining moments, but this is real life stuff. And we're going through real life things, and we need you. We ask that you draw closer unto us, Heavenly Father, so that we can feel warm inside of your presence and inside of your wing, where we know that we don't have to worry about the cares of this world. So thank you for this evening. We just pray that you continue to keep your hands on everybody involved in the entire Taylor Talk Nation. And we love you. We honor you. And we just thank you, Father. That's all we can say is thank you. Amen.
Soon as my feet strike Zion. Yes. Oh, we waiting on you to stand up tonight.
Oh, honey, when he dropped this song, this is my workout song.
Yeah, because we waiting. I'm waiting. I want to see this. I want to see this too.
DJ Shot